And that word is Illuminati. That's so overused on internet. I mean, what is that really about? What are those?
Um,
What kind of people are involved in that kind of?
they were originally the good guys, started by Galilee.
Of course.
Yeah,
But
but
today, you know,
but
is
today they are the elite of the elite
mm,
of the White Masonic ego and the Grand Masonic Lodge.
right,
They infiltrated the Masonic lodges and went straight to the top. They are all the 33-degree Masons.
right.
That's who they are.
But 33 degrees is
And
a frozen state, isn't it? It's not. It's not.
yeah,
You got
and that's another form of another form of psychological warfare
right.
because the Masonic elite is brainwashed with this idea that to cross over from 32nd to 33rd means now you come face to face with your master and
Mm,
you are the top, you are the pinnacle of the pinnacle, the summit of the summit, right? Which is a joke because it's not,
yeah.
but they come face to face with who they've been taking their marching orders from, which of course is the Greys, the Chateau regime,
Right.
the reptilians, okay? And this is why your 33-degree Masons look like the Walking Dead, like the life force has been sucked right out of them.
Right. Right. But
Case in point, John D. Rockefeller.
yeah,
You
he
hold a
looked.
picture of him up
Yes, of
next
course.
to one of the Greys, they look like
Just like
twin
him.
brothers,
Yeah, yeah, and his characters used
okay?
his characters used in
Just
the
as
Simpsons
was,
too,
you know,
as one of
yeah,
the Mr. Burns. That's
yeah,
a take on him.
and because once again, history repeating itself,
Mm,
with the same thing that happened in Africa with the abomination becoming like the Greys and bleeding the color out of their skin,
hmm.
you're taking on that frequency of what you're associating with. So a 33-degree Mason is only allowed to be white. There's no such thing as a black 33-degree Mason. I hear these idiots out there who brag about, well, I'm a 33-degree Mason. No, you're not. You're an idiot who doesn't know your history.
Mm.
And because if you were a 33-degree Mason, you'd be forced to bleed the color out of your skin and become part of the Borg Collective. Okay?
So it's
So
impossible for Malcolm X or Martin Luther King to be any of these things then.
it's impossible
Mm.
because once you know the history behind it and where it comes from, all this other backstabbing, conspiratorial bullshit amounts to diddly squat.
Mm.
Okay? And all it is backbiting. And why the hell are you engaging in that? What are you getting out of that? Why would you tear these people down when you know exactly where all this stuff is coming from?
Right.
Okay. And here's the other thing too. Sure, you can be a black 32nd degree Mason, but that's about the extent of it. You'll never be much more than that.
Mm.
You're always going to be a lackey doing the dirty work for your white Masonic masters, because that's the only reason why a black Mason exists, so that the white Masonic elite doesn't have to get their hands dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So once again, the black Mason is used as a quote-unquote black thug. Once
Mm-hmm.
again,
Mm-hmm.
racist reference, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Keeping them in their place,
Mm-hmm.
all right?
Mm-hmm.
The same thing is done with female Masons. There's no such thing as a 33-degree female Mason
Eastern
unless she really
Eastern
wants to sell her
Stars.
soul to the devil.
Eastern
Yeah, the Eastern
Stars.
Stars. Yeah, the Daughters of Isis. I mean, they're all a joke unto themselves because they're
Right.
all brainwashed with the idea that they're equivalent to their male counterparts,
Right.
their pale-skinned male counterparts, which is bullshit.
Right.
Okay? Any woman or black man who is brainwashed with the idea that they are 33 degrees is only because they are being bought and paid for with a lie.
Yeah.
They will never get that. And here's the reason why. Okay? In order to achieve 33-degree status, which is a joke unto itself, the Pope, just to show you how these things are connected,
Mm.
the Vatican, the Pope himself, will give you a $10,000 pass
Mm-hmm.
to go to what's referred to as the House of Omar in Jerusalem. And good luck finding that yourself. You'll end up dead before you find it. But House of Omar in Jerusalem. And when you're allowed to step foot inside, which is probably something more so underground,
Mm-hmm.
what you will see is the perfectly preserved body of Guru Master Prophet Isa, the Christ, which is a black man. And who is Guru Master Prophet Isa? Jesus.
Yeah.
And that's when the gig is up, because now you know why. You can't let a black man see that.
You know he's the boss. You know he's the boss.
Yeah. You can't let a black Mason see that.
Yeah.
Because a black Mason is brainwashed to take his marching orders from his white master.
When he shouldn't be.
Exactly. And then it would be seen truthfully that the family of man is the people of color and hue, the sun-kissed people of earth, and that black Mason would be in for one hell of a psychological wake-up call.
Yeah.
Because now he'd have to look at his white counterpart as the outcast, the abomination.
That he is. So how do those guys who do get there, how do they take that? I mean, they go, okay, well, he doesn't look like me.
No, they keep getting strung along, like the same way that women to this day in any corporation are still looking through a glass ceiling with empty promises.
Yeah.
They just keep getting strung along with empty promises. And they're bought off with gifts, they're bought off with favors.
Yeah.
And this is why you'll get some of these black men in a black community who don't know how to keep their damn mouth shut.
Yeah.
And they'll get out there with this ridiculous bravado. Well, I'm a 33rd degree black Mason. Yeah, they're basing that on a false promise that has yet to come true.